Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's ndcd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We are also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. And, of course, Hates and Hellfire. A dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only there's that. A plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. It is Friday, folks. My accountability. Woo! My duckies. This has been one for the books. I had to see my lovely wife off on her journey to ALA, the American Library Association convention in Chicago. Xander had a very, very, very difficult day. Basically making our odds of attendance minuscule at best. So I am not sure. Gut-wrenching. But one deals with it. Now, in my recent travels, I acquired what is supposed to be a lovely, convenient, collapsible, like little beach shade that I thought would work great for catching Nerf darts. You put it at the end of the range, put the targets in front of it, and anything that misses goes thump into the target. I made a slight tactical assessment error. And that slight tactical assessment error was this. I live in one of the windiest places in America at times. So setting it up, easy, foop, it's out. And now I have a 5-foot-long tent, 6-foot-long tent. Foop. That was doing its level best to try, pull me across the yard. Had I a skateboard, I could fight these gas prices. But, Sandra likes it. We messed around. We did not get set up like I wanted. because I was to have to figure out how to close it back up. And that's one of those Instapop things. You just close it up with a little flick of the wrist. Apparently, my wrist does not flip like that. So it is currently partially folded and behind the sofa against the wall, waiting for me to figure out how the heck do I get this dang thing to condense. Yes, there are videos. Yes, I have watched them. I will be seeking more. It is a pain in the derriere. But creatively, I've been working on this stuff for the game Thursday. I've been hanging out with Xander, and as you can see, I'm a little disheveled, which is my natural environment. I do have the ongoing picture that I've been doing live, so I may pop that out again, depending on the spiciness of our lovely chat. And I am also just a touch out of it because I'm going to tell you something. And this may seem slightly romantical / hokey, but after nearly 25 years, right around 25 years of marriage, and like 27 being together, you get used to sleeping beside somebody. And those who know us know Mandy and I very rarely are apart. And I mean exceptionally rarely. So last night was not a process that I could do well. I just could not sleep. I was very late getting there. And I'm still a little out of it, but we are going to persevere because it is Friday. And we do that as creatives. We work hard and we make things happen. And I hope that's what you're doing. I'm hoping you're working hard and making things happen too. So what I'm going to do is drop into the chat for a while, and then we'll see who's doing what. And I may do some art. Just, the quick flatting and continuation of that little goth pixie we started earlier in the week. And we'll go from there. First through the door is Donna. Hey, Donna. And there's Carl. Hey. And they're greeting each other. And hello, Foxy. Morning from Flaming, Utah. I am very sorry that we're going through that again. Is Chief O'Brien the most suffering character? He's way up there. And Foxy, wear your mask if you have to go outdoors. We don't want to lose you. We've been upgraded to the most dangerous fire bracket. Yay, us. Oh, God. You're doing that. We've been dodging tornadoes. It's almost like there's too much strain going on. Yikes. In somewhat positive news, however, the governor finally did his job and declared a state of no emergency, telling people no fireworks. On the 250th birthday of the United States of America? Yeah. Hey, Foxy. Hugs. Not that they'll listen. You came out of the frying pan of tornadoes and into fire. Very apt. Have a way with words, they say. Allegedly. So far, nothing too near us, but sadly, probably only a matter of time. Our largest fire now, Cottonwood, is over 70,000 acres. Not sure how much, as I haven't seen the morning update yet. Now, I have to admit some mixed opinions on that for just a second, simply because I love nature and I love trees, with a few exceptions, and one of them is cottonwood because of what it does to me. So, just for a moment, I imagined all the cottonwood trees gone and replaced with something else, and it was delightful. It's insensitive of me, but I am waking up still. So, yeah. Hey, all. Do they have evacuation plans, or do they just tell you what that happens? Get told it happens. So they have evacuation plans. They just don't let you in on them. Hi, Grant. Kickstarter is going very. Thanks to all who backed. We're really glad to help, Grant. And while I normally run uh, other folks' ads, because you have a Kickstarter specifically,
Finally, it's time for the follow-up to the hit modern fantasy comic book, Beowulf. Victor, the reincarnation of the legendary warrior Beowulf, is plagued by visions of his ancestor facing off against his most infamous rivals, Grendel and Grendel's mother. Victor, with his lovable sidekick and spirit guide Moony the cat with magic powers, must reevaluate everything they've come to believe in this epic adventure. Were Grendel and Grendel's mother actually the monsters they were portrayed as in storybooks? Could somebody be using dark magic in an attempt to resurrect Grendel and his mother in a petty act of revenge? For the answers to these mysteries, plus plenty of action, humour and magic, check out Beowulf, Grendel's Curse. This is a 3-issue miniseries, with each issue being over 30 pages. Get it now for a limited time on Kickstarter.
yeah. I love when people do that. Get out there and they make their dreams happen, because that's what's going to make it better. That's the way our here too. Oh, we have a plan. You just don't need to know it yet. Exactly. Hey, Grant, you foxy. And that's good, Grant. Hello, hello, hello. Wasn't sure where to set the goal on Kickstarter because people's spending habits have been so strange lately. Well, we are in a very difficult time, and your Kickstarter is currently running against Prime Day and Amazon and Walmart sales days. So there's a lot going on. I think it was smart to set it low and then allow it to go over. Mine's set to essentials only right now, sadly, which makes sense. Hey, Grant. A lot of people feel that way, Foxy. Hey, Don, don't forget to like and share. Hey, Nick. The problem is I'm trying to live the way I did 2 years ago or 1 year ago, and we can't do that. The economy is sick. It is. It is. I'm not going to argue with it. We just have to find different ways and understand it's going to suck probably for the next couple of years minimum. Well, minimum till November plus some time, hopefully. But yeah, dropped my like, then picked it up, dusted the cat hair off, and dropped it in the right spot. I appreciate that. Unigo just finished his breakfast, took a drink so he could come slobber on me. I think so too, Grant. LOL. Bleh, pupper slobbers. As Hulk said, it's slobbering time. Wait, no. And good morning, Dawn. And of course, Dawn is the mistress mind. Behind the adventures of Buddy and Georgette, behind Cat Wiggles Toys, and if you wish to help them get through what they're dealing with, consider getting a t-shirt. There we go. Now, if I seem a little somewhat sedate, it's because I'm tired and I have a slight stomach ache. But we are getting on with our day. Hi, Dawn. Dawn. Hey, Dawn. We're making through. Greetings. Nick, where's the parasol? I nearly pulled a Foxy. Gonna be heading a bit to see the radiation oncologist to discuss PET scan results. This will tell us if he's in remission or not. Okay, well, we are praying for you. It bent in the wind. Oh, well, yeah. Fortunately, it's flexible. Fluxy. Let's hope so. Had a rough night. Don't want to get too into it, but got into argument with someone from my day job. Somebody who I barely know. Right before bed. Oh, that's never good for sleep. I have a character trait where I have trouble taking criticism. I dwell on it and take it very personally. Well, I think everybody suffers that, and the way I think to approach the criticism is difficult. You have to ask yourself is, do you respect the person who is criticizing you? Do not accept criticism from anyone you would not go to for advice. And if it stings, it's either very offensive and they're just being rude, or it's something you didn't want to hear but may be true. If it's something, very offensive, just literally ignore it. It doesn't apply. And if it's, accurate but uncomfortable, we have to endure the discomfort to improve. I have faith in you, Grant. You're a very multi-talented person, and I think you can make that kind of judgment quite handily on your own. I have faith in you, sir. Morning, Nick and all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Cat Rotherbell. How are you? Hey, Cat. Hey, Carl. Hey, Cat. And good morning, friends. It's another opportunity to be absolutely fabulous. Let's ride. Sometimes that's all we can do. And Foxy says, at least you're aware of it. I tend to be similar and have to take a step back sometimes and remind myself it wasn't a push against me. Yes, it's very hard. I don't think it's easy for anybody. And everyone's greeting Angelina because Angelina is amazing. That intro was great. So, our dear Angelina is here in the morning. Hey, here we go. And it's weird. Since I got an argument with the guy I work with, I got a lot of really sweet texts from guys in the union. Made me feel really good. Yeah, it should. That's the thing. It takes 10 attaboys or 20 attaboys to equal an insult or a correction. Well, that's a lovely day. Power company may shut us off for fire mitigation. Jeez. I do too. I know in my head that they do, but sometimes it's hard. Woohoo! We understand if you get de-electrified, but we will miss you. So we do plan to stream on Saturday, provided we have power. Keep folks updated as we can. Of course. And Dawn is all excited about her babies, her Wiggles, Ted's shirt. Yeah, we try to help out, folks. And good morning. Good morning, Mr. Hollifield. Hi, and hey, Dan. I got to crash a little bit of Stupid O'Clock that had Joe Dog, Dan, and Emily. It was a wonderful time. Once had to leave a meeting for a trip down the hall. Someone said we could talk about you now. I told them, just remember that I'm bossy and I think I know everything. They were shocked. I know my issues. It's very hard when you're right not to come off bossy and like you know everything. Coffee and biscuit consumed. Drinking water now. Good man. LOL. And hey, Dan. A lovely time for an ad. And let's see, where's that ad? Yeah. My ads got wiggled a little bit. I have an Indie CD ad, but I don't know if it's a new Indie CD ad. So I really want to find that one out later. But where? Some ads got shifted, so now I have to find where they got put. Oh, there it is. and it looks like we're back to it. I'd be worried about the biker-looking dude taking pictures of the house across the street if I hadn't seen him talking to the owners. Shifty ads. Yep. As long as they aren't taking photos of our house, Donna, they're cool. Too much rain to do the weeds. It happens. We'll just do this real quick. Now, while we let that go, I'm going to click some music by Dan Hollowfield. Yeah, I know. You guys like Dan Hollowfield's music, and anytime I have a chance to run it, I should. But I'm trying to bounce to the middle stuff so that we have that. Now, I've been working on this one off and on for a while, but I've been trying to I've been trying to do as much of it, if not all of it, live, because that's part of my way for fighting this a little bit. Yeah, it squishes me, but I don't have to be comfortable. I have to look good on camera. I've been fighting the whole AI difficulty things, and the best way I have found to do that is by just simply preserving my art and doing it performatively for you guys. And I do need to do some cleanup before I can color this, because this will make my life ever so much easier. There are a lot of little marks that happen when I am not drawing zoomed in that need just a little bit of maintenance. Not a terrible amount, but if I take the time to do this now, it will be working for you guys. And let's see. He kind of looks like a contractor. It's possible. Doing some major renovations. He went around the house. Other option, he's taking pictures because they're selling. Possible. Isn't it fun, though? Isn't it fun to be nosy? I mean, realistically, I just find it almost problematically pleasant to be just a little nosy sometimes. I like to know what's going on. But only a little. I don't actually meddle in people's affairs all that much. Unless I'm invited to. Usually. Now. Just the incredible joys of filling in because I made errors. And if you realize you've made errors and you fix them, you improve. At least I do. The problem is when you make errors and you don't want to recognize them. When did making a non-moral error become a sin in our population? Yeah, I'm sorry, I keep running that. I keep fleeing from AI, so I understand. And yes, it gives us something to see. Sister is visiting tomorrow, and in the evening, the future mayor of Danville will. Are you being sincere? I'm surprised with all the issues you have that you've got such heady technical support in the wonderful town of Danville City. I think it's City of Danville. Yep, my scratchy style is coming out again, and I'm okay with that. I just want to improve while retaining the spirit. I'm not sure how much sense that actually makes, but it is certainly there. And one thing I find is surround yourself with competent people. I don't know why you're talking to me, but I appreciate it. Ooh, fun. I love grilling out. Wow, okay. Awesome to hear it. Good luck to both of you. I'm going to presume, because I know about Carl, that his brother has some measure of the intelligence and integrity that Carl Witzman can generate. I hope. I hope you don't turn out to be the scandal, and this is of course a joke, but the scandal that causes him to have political difficulties. Okay. Oops, nope. I'll do that. I want to add, just as a little footnote, I'm going to fix that. I really do love when I can have a character express an emotion. I mean, in this case, it's annoyance, but annoyance is an emotion. Let's see what we have here. And we're getting there. His integrity is nicer than I am. As far as intelligence, well, no one's perfect. He's running for office, so that implies he's not as smart as I am. You don't see me doing such things. I mean, that is indeed a statement. Perhaps not. I don't know. I think a lot of intelligence is defined by how successfully you can pursue what brings you joy. Well, that might be a wisdom thing. I am at that part of one's life where one has to ask some heavy, heavy questions of themselves. Most of them coming from the, is the juice worth the squeeze? Area of life. And I think there are a few things worse than an unexamined life. The people who never bother to look and see, are they doing what they want, what they could, what they should? For whatever those mean to someone. And are they trying? Does what they're doing have value? Now, I know financially what I do is limited. Who told him he should run? That's what I thought. There we go. Need to clean that part up just a bit. Still think that arm's a little off, but it's a little late to do something about it without massive work, so we'll see. Alrighty. Oh, just have to do little stirrups, which are not, safety approved, but It is a fun fantasy piece, so we'll let that slide this time. There we go. And it's just knocking this a little back. Some people need work to do just to stay out of trouble. That's true too. I mean, I could greatly simplify my life. And there are times it's very, very tempting to do so. But then it wouldn't be the portions of my life that matter. There we go. Now we're on the multiply layer. Or at least we're closer. Yep, that's going to be the right one. Do that. And color-wise, this shouldn't be a very complex piece. I think this is definitely going to be one of those where shading is much more the thing to track. Oh, wait, no. No, I made some mistakes. Let me figure out her skin tone real quick. Actually, no, we can keep that red. She just needs the gap for her wings. Oops, wrong color. There we go. So I'm just going to knock this one out. There we go. And yes, this is actually based on, roughly anyway, on the lighter I carry. But there we go. We're just getting it done now. Whatever works. Wonders if the shot was. You caused trouble only when I try to. I think you succeed in causing trouble even beyond your intentions, dear. I really think you have talent far beyond your acceptance, if not understanding, when it comes to causing trouble. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And it Foxy last night said one of the guys on the cigar show said something about just the tip of the cigar. LOL. Speaking of just the tip, I need a hair trim. Are you going to change your hair color when you do it, or are you going to stay the same hair color and appearance? Because I know you do like to keep your hair pristine and short. Mine is at that phase. You just shake his head. Yeah, we're trying to behave. We're trying to behave here. Not just about tracking down pieces I've missed. There we go. I gotta zoom in and get that part. I try not to zoom too much because I've been told it makes viewers a little seasick. I try to limit my zooming. Oh, time to go with my marker. Much smaller than that, though. And it's about commercial time already, isn't it? We're flying through this one. No, he's afraid of bouncing off. I often do his, though. I was afraid he'd take a sword to it, right? Off with the ends! Well, the only time you cut your hair off with a sword is when you're, making a point about your resolve in an upcoming conflict. Just a little off to the side. There we go. Here. The black. That actually looks pretty good. I gotta do something about. Let's come back and use the marker on that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think of that. This color pretty good, doesn't it? There we are. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go getting there. That's not nice. It's the same black. Let me look at one. Let's just see if I can. Yeah, if I add just a little splash of color to this. Whoops, that got rowdy. But if I add just a splash of color to this. Now today's show can't run too late because I have an appointment that will require the little man and I to be mobile. I should be able to just go. There we go. Go here. I can make the buttons in the entirety one, which will make them easier to tolerate. We'll just get that over here. That means I can do that. Now that's starting to come along. That one over here. That over there. We're coming right through this one, aren't we, guys? I still like the lighter strings, that's fine. But the orange means I can come down here. And I can just do this while I'm here. Let's see, is it going to feel nice? Because it's going to feel nice. We're definitely getting somewhere. And we'll just do that. Oh, lighten our hair up. Yeah, it does make her stand out a little. It makes it easier to see. Okay, let's see what we got. Woo, we got. I can explain, Your Honor. In case you've done touch-ups when I cut my own hair. I see. I will help with hair colors, but not with the cutting. So dye my hair at home. Been doing it since I was about 13, so I practice at it. I bet. Right now my hair is my natural color. Last haircut, I cut all the dyed bits off. It was quite a bit. Now I'm trying to decide what shade to use. Now see, that could be something fun to discuss. Okay, I cut my own hair. Just my beard trimming because she doesn't like how I do it. That makes sense. That's fair. And that's what I need to see. There we are. That's not bad. Now, head back. We are almost where I want to be. This and this, and then I have to do this, and that. Do that. if I've done this right, I can put a background on it. Bam, bam, bam. Is that working? Yeah, if I squint, I can still see the color differences. Shade, shade, red, just red, all the red, all the red. The author's thinly disguised fetish, I know. If I had my way, he'd never cut his beard. I already look like a CC Top performer. Well, whatever floats your boat. I mean, I understand. My opinion is my wife has a lot to say about how my hair looks because she has to look at it. I just have to wear it. We just had an incident that required a sudden lop-off. Since we have a newish commercial, let's run it.
Beth was going home to L.A. Little did she know just how much the past was going to catch up to her. Second Homecomings, another story in the Beth and Hill series.
You can find out more information about Donna Carlene on indiecd.org or find all of her books on lulu.com.
All right, now while that lovely ad ran, I realized something. My life would be considerably easier if I have to make sure it's the right one. If I moved this back gray, this dark gray, to a separate layer. And the reason is this. I want to be able to take this as a start and go something actually like this, just to get the start of the soft coloring slash shading side of things. And if I do it like that, it's even better. Now, it's still pretty matte, but the next layer is where I'm going to do my shading. And I have really, really found it is so very much easier for me just to make everything shaded and add the light than it is to we know that part's gonna be bright, but we have to figure out what that part being bright even means. And that just means, let me get my music going again. Wow, lots of comments. You guys are chatting today, and I'm loving it. Okay. Yes, Carl, but lighter, ginger. Oh, that ad came up. Well, it really did. I'm glad to. Lighters will tend to wash me out, so probably a darker shade, I'd say. Auburn's great. It is. But I've done every shade of red out there. I love to experiment. He's happy with that shit. Well, my answer Mrs. Roper Orange for a bit. I did see someone who, with orange, while not their hair, did Velma Vira as a blend of Velma and Elvira, and it delighted me. Thought about purple, but I don't want to bleach my hair. Bleaching is not fun. No, it's awful corrosive if you have to deal with it. We're just gonna do a lot of this, and then we're gonna narrow down. Come right here, like so. Now we've got all that set. I think the next part. Oh, I know what I forgot. I have to come all the way back here. Do this just a little bit, so we can come here and go this just a little bit, because I want that part to be hot still. And I realize I missed a spot. Now we get into the problems. I have to hide this. I have to grab this. Do that right there. And probably right through the chain links, because the chain links really don't need much. So this should be. What's going on there, I wonder? Oh, that's what's going on. Didn't grab the orange. There we go. It needs that. And say fix. What is the personal weirdness going on over there? Okay. So now if I go and I erase right here, yeah, there we go. Now we're not having quite so much difficulty. Today on Nevermind the Hair. Hey, you guys have wonderful Mr. Fox's shampoo and dye. It doesn't need bleaching. True, I don't. Well, highlights. Donna's going to be Halicon. I have flaming orange and purple as F. I figure out how to do them both. Have you considered doing what they call a foxtail, where you do one tint and then at the very edge of the fringe do another? Oh no. Oh, fun. I dress punk style and bleach some strands of my hair so I could dye them with Kool-Aid to match my outfits. Oh, that's amazing. I need all the pictures. That is brilliant. That sparks joy. Now we're going to go here probably. And everything makes more sense. There, cool. Just trying to keep the flats where they need to be. There we are. Now, we have that. And we're going to come all the way here, add one more layer, I think. I think that's going to be a soft light layer. And I'm either going to use white or yellow. I'm really thinking white might be the dude for the moment. But we will see. Because I want the light to absolutely shine on this one. There we go. Good. Really get that there. Whoops, not quite where I want it to be. Do that. There we are. And just a little bit of ambient light that came out pretty well. And now I think I want to do another multiply layer and do the whole dark for the uh, vignette. And we'll be done. Let's see. I remember my friends doing Kool-Aid dip. It took me weeks for the blue to wash out. Exactly how I'm going to do it. Awesome. I got a straight job, had to dye it back to black. Oh, I understand. Just don't use food coloring. It dyes well, but you have to grow it out. And no, I didn't do it. My bro's girlfriend in high school dyed her green friars. Never lived it down. What's wrong? Green's a great color. I never thought of using food color. Some of my friends had mohawks that need to be stiff-use Jello packets. Isn't food coloring the reason Kool-Aid works? I don't know. Never had a problem washing out the Kool-Aid. Maybe I didn't use darkers. Maybe it's a different kind of color. Could be different. Could be just that you have, like the nature of your hair may be enough. I really wish my friend Sarah were here. Because she's like my go-to on all things dye. We'll just do this. I think that looks pretty good. For a request gig that wasn't paid, I think that's good. And it gave me a chance to play with some lighting. Yeah, I don't know. Some of those colors I saw on Lawrence Welk weren't that far from it. I suppose that's more 70s, isn't it? Very nice. Thank you. I'm going to sign off on this one, and then I'll probably send it to Emily. Nope. Can't do it like this yet. Hold on. Add a layer. This one's really not meant to frame, though. Let's see if we can do it the way I want to, and we'll go from there. I guess. What? Oh, helps if I use the right tool, huh? Yeah. My hands are shaky today. Did I slip? Oh, yeah, I slipped a lot. That's fine. We could fix it this way then. To there. We fill black on the outside. And it does. That trick does really make it look very formal. And I have to admit, I like a good bit of formality sometimes. No, I want the gold back. Hold on. And we'll do that. This way, it's another proxy that can be used. Okay. Alrighty. So that one is finally done and done in front of you guys, which makes me very happy. So I can take that, I can export the JPEG, and I can get that where it needs to go. Yeah. Okay, cool. That was the 60s. Yeah, that's true too. And backwater town like Bismarck, Illinois. That's also true. I had it factored the backwaterness. So I think I'll run an ad or two. We'll zoom in real quick. I'll let you guys see what we've worked on as a surprise. Yep. Because like I said, I like to get these done in front of you sometimes. And we will be right back after this ad. And I know I didn't run the music for things, but it happens.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
That's right. We're all about letting you art. Thank you for letting me art and just kind of getting through some process. But I've done my hour and I have a lot of work I have to do today. So I may see you tonight. I may not. It depends. This is a very strange arc with Manda. Oh, excuse me. That was a painful hiccup. With Manda not being here. So guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. Because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you and you should too.